Ever wondered what it takes to turn a passion for art into a lifelong journey filled with unexpected twists and turns? Meet Doug Bloodworth, an artist whose story is as vibrant and captivating as the photorealistic paintings he's renowned for. But here's where it gets controversial. In an era dominated by digital art, Doug's dedication to traditional techniques like oil painting and billboard artistry raises a thought-provoking question. Is there still a place for these classic methods in modern art? Let's dive into his incredible journey and find out. For years, our mission at Awesome Art We Found Around the Net has been simple. Celebrate extraordinary art and the minds behind it. That's why we're thrilled to kick off our new monthly feature, Awesome Artist We Found Around the Net, by spotlighting Doug Bloodworth. Whether you're an amateur, an up-and-comer or a seasoned pro, this column is your stage. And if you're an artist or know someone who deserves the spotlight, don't hesitate to reach out at email-protected https://www.com.cdn.cig/m/protection alml.joblo.com. This month, we're even fined. We're honoured to showcase the awe-inspiring work of Doug Bloodworth, whose journey began on an Air Force base in the Philippines. After a nomadic childhood across Oklahoma, Kansas, Florida and Alaska, his family settled in North Texas, where Doug's artistic path took root. But it wasn't until after high school, when he earned an associate's degree in commercial art advertising, that his career truly began. Doug's first job was designing outdoor advertising for Lamar Outdoor, but his restless spirit soon led him to roam the country, sketching caricatures at amusement parks and county fairs. Little did he know, this detour would set the stage for a 15-year adventure in the world of billboard painting. In the late 1970s and 80s, before the internet, Doug crisscrossed the nation, from Texas to Minnesota and the Carolinas. Learning the craft directly from other painters, he quickly discovered two types of artists, those eager to share their knowledge and those who guarded their secrets. Doug's gratitude for the former is evident in his own willingness to mentor others. One pivotal moment came when Doug heard about Marv Gunderson, a master painter who had been hired by Marlboro after a nationwide search. Determined to learn from the best, Doug drove to San Diego with his family and spent over a year working alongside Marv. Under Marv's guidance, Doug honed his skills in light, form and colour, techniques he still uses today. Together, they painted massive outdoor billboards for Marlboro, including a 42-foot by 90-foot masterpiece at Chicago O'Hare Airport, featuring the iconic Marlboro Man, known as the Outlaw. After leaving Marv, Doug returned to Texas, where he ran his own shop and contracted pictorial work for various outdoor companies. Later, he rejoined Lamar Outdoor in Pensacola, Florida, painting billboards for 5 years. But as vinyl printing began to replace hand-painted billboards, Doug adapted by embracing ContraVision, a revolutionary two-way viewing material. This innovation catapulted him into the world of buff advertising, where he painted stunning designs for Disney and Universal Studios through the Lynx bus system in Orlando. For nearly 15 years, Doug and his team transformed 40-foot city buses into mobile works of art, even venturing to Switzerland to paint a bus for Kuoni Travels in London. Doug's versatility didn't stop there. He's also created large murals, including a 30-foot, 200-foot masterpiece inside Tropicana Field for the Tampa Bay Rays. This project, which took 6 months to complete, featured a dynamic scene of Jackie Robinson sliding into home plate, with a crowd that transitioned from abstract to life-size. Doug even included celebrities and friends in the crowd, making it a truly collaborative effort. But as vinyl printing encroached on bus painting and Doug approached 50, he realized he'd strayed from his original goal, using photorealism in his fine art. With his wife Karen's support, he shifted focus to creating the oil paintings he'd always dreamed of. To his surprise, the pieces that resonated most with audiences were those featuring nostalgic products like Lay's potato chips, Coca-Cola, Oreos, comic books, and board games. Doug embraced this style, infusing his work with a unique, almost anti-advertising twist. He revels in painting textures, shiny plastics, crinkled bags, and crumbly cookies, all contrasted with bold outlines from comic books and newspapers. Karen assists by setting up still lifes and lighting them with dramatic shadows, which Doug captures in countless photos for reference. Doug's comic book and snack paintings gained him gallery representation in 30 different galleries at one point. He's also developed a slight obsession with painting Monopoly scenes, particularly the Monopoly car, which often takes center stage in his studio. Additionally, he creates movie stills by pausing films and painting from snapshots, drawing inspiration from classics like Die Hard, Indiana Jones, and Back to the Future. When asked what advice he'd give budding artists, Doug emphasizes practice. Draw and paint as much as you possibly can. He shares a personal anecdote from his early 20s when he tried his hand at drawing caricatures at Six Flags Over Texas with zero experience. A mentor told him, "Do 500 caricatures and you'll be good. Do 5,000 and your style will emerge." Doug took this to heart, and the lesson applies to painting as well. Looking ahead, Doug is excited about commissions and personal projects. He's recently enjoyed creating frames for his paintings, like using Monopoly boards and money for a 4x6 piece. He's also planning to revisit his hubcap painting, building a frame from assorted chrome parts and medallions. And for movie buffs, Doug's radar includes paintings inspired by Die Hard, Indiana Jones, and Back to the Future, as well as film noir and classic black and white sci-fi. As a fan site, we couldn't resist asking Doug about his favorite movies and TV shows. His list is a treasure trove of classics, from Indiana Jones and Die Hard to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Guardians of the Galaxy. On the TV front, he's a fan of Tulsa King, Justified, and The Sopranos. Ready to explore more of Doug's incredible work? Check out his journey on his website, http://www.dougbloodworth.com, and follow him on Instagram, https://www.instagram.com/DougBloodworth, and facebook.@DougBloodworth.9, and his limited edition store, https://DougBloodworth.com/limited editions. But here's the question we leave you with. In a world increasingly dominated by digital art, still hold relevance? Or is there a risk of these skills being lost to time? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your take. Source: Joe Blow Tags. Awesome art we found around the net. https://www.joeblow.com tag awesome artist. Spider-Man animated movies. Marvel, Monopoly. https://www.joeblow.com tag Star Wars. The Big Lebowski. https://www.joeblow.com tag Star Wars /www.com tag The Big Lebowski, and more.